You know, this is why I like doing these earnings plays after they report, because they tend to have their own move. They tend to do their own thing. They tend to push. They tend to have a lot of volume. You can see that the list I sent out, I narrowed it down completely. I just got rid of a bunch of stuff that I didn't like. I picked my 4 primary from this list, which are ZBRA, BYND, Google Shop. And then I added Grub, which doesn't normally fit my criteria. It doesn't normally fit my criteria, you guys know, but it did gap down a lot. So I'm going to watch it for volume, and I'm going to just pull it up if I see something crazy coming up in case it does decide to like rally or something. That's why it's there, and same thing with Mastercard. All right, welcome back, guys. Welcome back. All right, so you can see here we narrowed our list from yesterday, or for today basically, to just 6. We had our 4 primaries, our 2 primaries, which were Shop and Zebra, followed by our secondaries, Google, BYND, and then our thirds, which were MasterCard and Grub. But overall, the expected moves came in as expected for the most part. Shopify did break out. Zebra definitely broke out as expected. Google was choppy as expected. And BYND, because we don't have as much historical data, I kind of said it either was going to sell off or be choppy, because I only wanted to trade it to the downside. I did not want to trade it up because this is what I was expecting. It's going to reverse, but I don't know where it's going to reverse. So I didn't really want to trade it long. And obviously, good thing I didn't, because as you can see here, look at what it did. MasterCard did not have much action either for today. And Grub actually did have a decent move. But like I said, it doesn't really meet my criteria for trading. Let's go ahead and play this morning's clip. But one of my favorites for today, which is an uncommon stock, we normally don't trade it. I really like this one because of this. Look at this one. And this one reports aftermarket. Yep. All right. So analyze, solid block, solid block, solid block, solid block. Not a solid block, but obviously you can see it push lower with no challenge to the upside. This one was the only one that kind of gave us a shitty move, but solid block. It's pretty much a solid block here with a little challenge to the upside. So I like this because overall, you know, what is that? 6 out of 8 is like a solid blocks. You know, this one is only trades monthly. This one moves about $7 per day, so you can easily expect it to do $16. If you go back $14 to $16, you go back and take a look at all of the earnings, you'll see that it moved about $16, $14 from open to close or open to high or low, but overall it's a $16 from peak to peak, and that's why I like this one. Also, it gives you plenty of time to make this trade, meaning it's not until next month. So whatever you pick, it's gonna you can be more patient about it because it tends to be more, you have more time basically, okay? And then all you have to do is study, hey, what is the pattern as far as what does it like to do every time it beats? So does it normally rally? So let's say you go long, let's say it does break higher and we go long, is that what it normally does the days that follow earnings? So it's like, does it like to rally? From what I saw, it does not. It likes to push lower. So I wouldn't, if I do end up going long, for example, I'll probably want to make sure that I close this position today because it pushes lower. Here's the same. This one went lower and then continued lower. This one went higher and then it went sideways. It did go higher on this one after, but this is too long. I don't know that I'm going to have the patience for this. So this one is not like the other ones where it's like, you know what, this one is actually really cool. I can hold on. Look at this one. Boom, and then it went lower. So for this one, I want to make my trade today and make my money, but it should be a solid play because it'll give you, more than likely, it's going to give us a solid block. So this is definitely one of my primaries for today. You saw that I didn't really have any breaks on it. The reason is because I don't know where it is. You know what I mean? Last night it hit 228.50. I thought it might open here, and I was like, you know what? I don't know where it's going to open because you got these lines drawn here, but it doesn't really show any candles until now. Like, you're starting to see candles. So I didn't know where it was going to open. So those are all the levels I'm keeping an eye on. I'm expecting that this one, when it breaks, in whichever way it breaks, that's the way it's likely to go. So I'm definitely going to have an eye on this one. All right. Next one, let's go to BYND. BYND, we don't have too much historical data on this one. But every time it has reported, it ends up being a green candle. This is post-market. Yep. So green candle so far, right? Now, my only concern with this one this time is that the lockup just finished in today. So the lockup, where is it? Somewhere over here. Okay, Beyond Meat IPO lockup period set to end to offer more discounts to boost sales. So they're looking to prop like the stock by saying, hey, we're gonna offer discounts, etc. But all the people that bought the IPO, today is their day to take their money. So now, what would you do if you bought this stock at, what was it? Where did this stock open? Like at 20, yeah, 40 something dollars. It hit a high of almost 250, or what was that? What was the high? 230, 240, but now it's on the way back down. What would you do in this scenario where now this thing is down here? It's getting pretty close to where you bought it. You know, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna take your money and run, or are you and buy it later, or are you gonna hold? So that's kind of the situation people are in. So you got to think about the psychology of the people that have this IPO at $40, at $40 or lower, and they're like, hey, fuck this, man! I doubled my money. Let me take my money here, and then I'll buy it later. So I'm probably suspecting that this thing is probably going to come down a little bit before it actually goes higher, just because of that. I mean, again, look at this mountain peak. You know, it's like Mount Everest over here. Now this thing is continuing lower. This reminds me of some of these ICOs with these coins, right? I remember me and my buddy went into this coin that his friend told him about. So we each put $5,000 in. I'm like, well, I put 5,000. I think he put in a little bit more. And as soon as the coin opened, normally the coins would open at 4 times or more and rally before they would crash. But apparently we got in at the end of it. And when the coin opened, we got it at like 20 cents or something like that. The coin went up to like $1. And I'm like, man, I want to take my money. My buddy talked me out of it. He was like, no, Ron, it's going to 4. I'm like, I don't know, man. This is a nice, gain on my money. And he literally talked me out of selling the coin. I was like, all right, whatever, bro. I'll hold it. So, because, I didn't know, and I still don't know too much about the coins and trading crypto. I did it for a little bit, but I never really got into it. And his buddy made millions trading crypto. So he said, no, I trust this guy. I'm like, fuck it. Sure, no problem. Because his buddy, you know how much money he put into it? He put $900,000. And I'm like, oh, shit. But the thing that his buddy didn't tell us was that he was getting rid of his right away. And apparently he got rid of all of his with making a profit while we got stuck holding the bag. And, I let myself get talked. So this is what this reminds me of, basically. Where it's like, hey, man, we bought this IPO. This thing hit a high. And you're letting this thing go. Oh, it's going to go higher. It's going to go higher. I don't know, man. So I'm expecting that people, psychologically speaking, may start taking more profits here now that they can. So I'm going to watch this one closely, but it's easy now because it picked the bottom on the pre-market. So if it breaks this level to the downside, I'll take it short. I don't know if I'm personally would play this one long, unless I see something that I like, just because I'm not expecting it to have too much action to the upside. Again, every time it's kind of choppy, you kind of get these moves, or it may not be like a solid bar. So this is definitely not one of my favorites either, along with Google, because Google has also played me in the past. Google, for example, normally moves around $24 per day. My only concern with Google is that a lot of the times when it has earnings, it likes to do this little choppy, this chop dance, I'm thinking it's going to have an awesome solid bar, but instead what we get is these things here, and these things suck, so this is an awesome one here. So this is Q3, right? So this is what the first Q3, and this is this one here. So this one was great. Look at this one, nice solid push higher. This would be great today. So that's what I would like to see, but they missed. So they missed, right? Let me double check. So let's take a look.
They missed sales, but their revenue number is still at all-time highs.
There you go. All right, so 13 and 10. This one, 11 and 14. Let's see, this one, 10 and 11. Okay, so here they beat, and they still push lower. So I don't know. With Google, and Google's not cheap either, not that cheap. So I'm going to be cautious with this one. But if it does move, it should be apparent early on if it's going to move. When it's going to be choppy, it tends to let us know early. So basically what we're looking for, guys, is this. We're looking for something like yesterday, where it keeps moving. If this thing starts to do this, Right here, boom. This is the problem. This is the 10-minute chart. Look, 20, 40 minutes, and it's not moving. This is too long. It needs to break levels quickly. You know what I mean? Like this thing is, we need to see it continue to move, especially on an earnings day. You know, you want to see it move, and you want to see it like give you a solid like move. So I'm gonna be very cautious with this one. It's not gonna be my primary at all. So my primaries are probably gonna be Zebra and Shopify, and then these are gonna be my secondaries, followed by my thirds, MA and Grub. Okay. Shopify is cool. We know Shopify is a solid mover. So let's take a look at Shop. This is the key area to look for here, guys. 299 and 295. Okay, right here. Look at what it did. So if it does push down and it does not break this level here, expect it to bounce higher. What does it like to do? Look at what it did yesterday. Boom, push lower, bounced higher. Look here, push lower, bounced higher. Okay, little push lower, bounce higher. So it should be apparent very quickly. And again, always take your... All right, guys. So now that you've seen it, so you can see Grub doesn't normally be my criteria for trading. So obviously that's why I didn't trade it. I did miss it. I probably would have traded it because it had insane value. I mean, look at this. 2,328 above average on the daily. This is awesome. I mean, this move was undeniable. I completely just missed it, which is what I was looking for was, hey, what kind of volume does it come early? And I probably would have jumped into this, but again, not all my eyeballs right from the beginning. So I completely missed the move. And obviously it still had a steady move lower, and it finished pretty close to that low. So this is the one, would have been the one to play today along with Zebra. As you can see here, look at this move. This was a beautiful play. So, and then Shopify was one that I definitely took a little too long to break that 320 level. So I took my exit right around here, before it actually broke down, because it was just taking too long to break those levels. So that was the play for today. But what about tomorrow? What do we have in store for tomorrow? Well, let's take a look at that, guys. These are going to be a few for tomorrow that I have my eyes on. So definitely take a look at these and do your homework. See what they have in store, and what they can potentially give you. So first one is going to be Paycom. This one I like. It moves quite a bit on a daily average on usual. So now on earnings, I am expecting it to move a little bit more. Okay. The next one is going to be EA. All right. I like EA. It's done well in the past. It continues to move pretty steadily. I like its moves. I like the way it does. I like the way it behaves. So EA is definitely on the list for tomorrow. And lastly, I'm looking at AMGN, guys. Take a look at AMGN. All right. We do have a few more I'm going to go through, but these are probably the three primaries for tomorrow's watch list. So keep an eye on these three: Paycom, AMGN, and EA. These are probably going to give the most action as far as tomorrow is concerned. So definitely keep an eye on these. And I wish you guys the best of luck. For those of you that missed the call, go ahead and sign up for the call. Sign up for the Discord room. Sign up for the course, guys. The system works. It continues to work. So just apply it. So that's pretty much it for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to click that subscribe button. I will see you guys on the next one.